Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the call. I'm Ray Madoran, and my wife Barb and I are master coordinators in Scottsdale, Arizona, sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. For those of you that are maybe new or your guests, this is our monthly OPA call. These calls are hosted by the OPA masters, and it really started with Mary and Gary Loomis years and years ago. Scott was just talking about when he started it with Mary. But it's grown. I mean, it's really grown, and now it's under the tutelage of their son Rob. And you don't see Rob very often, but he's always there at the global conferences and the leadership conferences, and he has a wonderful dinner for all of us. And Rob also is really knowledgeable about the comp plans, the PNR. So he's our go-to guy when we have questions. And Rob is really up on all of the things that are going on in the corporation. OPA stands for Organic Products Associates. And that's the name that Mary and Gary gave to their company years ago. And they wanted to have a name that would give them, that would be like a legacy for them, because they knew that the people that were the early pioneers in OPA, that people wouldn't know them anymore as it grow and new people came in. And so that's what they've done. A little bit about OPA. 10 master coordinators teams, two of which are presidential masters. Let's see, we have I wrote approximately 300 business leaders in the organization, 60,000 members in the organization, and we represent a little over 5% of all of Shackley North America. So we're pretty big in the organization. You're doing okay. Let's see. This will, by the way, it will be recorded, and it's on OPA Stuff, STUFF, opastuff.org. So if you want to re-listen to it, or maybe have somebody in your organization that maybe missed the call, or you want to listen to it again, you can go to opastuff.org. Usually Scott has it on the internet with by the end of the week. So you can do that. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Barb. She's going to introduce our special guests, very special guests, especially to Barb and I, they're very special. And she's going to introduce them. And I think we've got a great program for you tonight. So thanks for being here.
Yes, thanks so much. And what I want to do is congratulate you for being here, frankly, because we're always looking for ways to improve our businesses and to reach out to people in ways that are going to be really effective, that they're going to be able to receive the gift of Shackley. And we have a really neat leadership team. And tonight you're going to hear from 3 directors who are a part of that team. One of them is Julie Barron. One of them is Darlene Kalui. And the third one is our adopted person, Dean Walters. He's not in our organization. He's in the Guidic organization. And a number of years ago, after she had passed away, he came to us and asked if he would be able to work with us. And we said, absolutely. We'd known him for a long time. So he's our adopted person. And his upline is
adopted son.
Yes, his upline is Jeannie Weiss, who many of you may know. And we just love having him there. And, we're always looking for a way, as I said, to reach out to people, to give them the gift of Shackley. And we're looking for what we call lifers. People like probably most of us here on the call who have Shackleyized our homes, sometimes many, many years ago, sometimes more recently. But we use as many products as we can replace with Shackley products. And we're looking for those people who want to be healthy, be happy, be giving to other people on a regular basis with what we have as the gift of Shackley. And so what we had done beginning when Shackley started the wellness communities was work with that. Before we had been doing 5-day reset. We'd learned that from Charlene Fike. And these three that you're going to hear from tonight were key people in putting some of those programs together for our group to use. And then they decided they wanted to go beyond it. So I'm not going to say any more other than Julie, take it away. And then we'll hear from all three of them. Afterwards, you can ask any questions that you'd like. And like Ray said, there'll be a recording afterwards too. So Julie.
Thanks, Barb. I'm really happy to be here to share this with all of you. We thought before we actually shared our program that we did the Thrive in 5 Zoom intro call, that you might want to know how it got started. So Barb mentioned a little bit about it. We all know about the 7-day healthy cleanse, which is a fantastic program. But what we found, we all loved it and had great results. But what we found is a lot of people wouldn't actually accomplish it. They would quit, or some people thought it was too difficult. So we moved to what Charlene Fike came up with, a 5-day reset. I don't know how many of you know about that, but she was so gracious to allow us to use that. We had terrific results with that. That took the 7-day healthy cleanse with the Life Shake. So people got the protein, and it seemed to work so much better for people, and people loved it. They had great results. It was just a great program. So we ended up doing that program for a year. Practically every month, we did a reset. We just did a wellness community, and we invited people to it and had great results. Well, after about a year, we all started sitting around discussing, what are we going to do now? What do we want? Where do we want to go? And we realized there was something missing. When we would do the 5-day reset, people would do great, but then they didn't continue on the program. It was like we wanted to teach them about supplementation, about drinking protein shakes, healthy lifestyle habits, but they weren't continuing them, even though we were mentioning it, but it was just 5 days. And we put some posts in there, but it just wasn't clicking with people. Well, all of a sudden, at the same time, Shackley comes out with a 5-day reset. So all of a sudden, we decided, okay, we either have to rename what we've been doing, our reset, or we need to check out what Shackley's doing. And there was a group of us that really wanted to experience the Shackley 5-day reset. We wanted to experience the products. We loved the idea of the protein. We loved the idea of it's all in one box. And we thought people will probably really like that without a lot of preparation. So that's why we went to that. We decided to do that. And then we said, no, we asked ourselves, discussing it, some questions. We said, what if we extended the program to more than 5 days? What if we took the habits that people learned from the reset and helped them build over 5 weeks to keep these healthy habits? What if we have a weekly call where they can ask questions and we can keep people engaged? And what if we used a tracker to help people stick with their shakes and supplements, to get them into that habit, those healthy habits, and the other lifestyle habits that they need? Because like Barb said, we are looking for ways to help our customers become healthy for life. And we want lifelong, consistent members that experience the full benefits of what we have to offer, because we know after nutrition, we're going to share all the other gifts that Shackley has to offer. And we're all here to see people's lives changed. So that is how the Thrive in 5 was born. Okay, Dean.
Yeah, thanks, Julie. Just a couple of things, and then Darlene's going to talk to you a little bit too. But if you decide to do your own community, we ask that you don't use the Thrive in 5 name, because it just gets so confusing when people are trying to find it online. There's 28 different Thrive in 5s or Thrives in 5, whichever is grammatically correct. So we ask it, just come up with your own name. And the other thing is, because all these slides basically have the logo that we came up with behind them, we're not going to be able to share the slides. However, you can look at the recording and you can get all the information off of it, and then create your own however you'd like to put it together. Okay, Darlene?
All right, so before we begin our presentation, I ask you to just put yourselves in the shoes of either someone new who has never heard of Shackley before, or perhaps a current member looking for a solution to issues of weight management, looking for increased energy, better digestion, and for those who are looking for long-term sustainable healthy habits. So this presentation is exactly how we presented it. So the dates on the slides will be like back in March, so don't be surprised. So pretty much have an open ear and an open mind and see what we have to offer to you tonight. So Dean, take it away.
Yeah, this is the presentation we did as an introductory Zoom call. We actually did 2 of the Zoom calls to get people, interested and to continue, hopefully, with the program. So this is exactly what we did for that intro Zoom call. And I'm sure there will be some kind of glitch because there always is. So here we go. Well, congratulations on taking time to be here tonight and to learn about our new program. Julie, Darlene, and I have been working hard to develop this program and share the information with you. Now, you may have heard or you may have even tried other programs that talk about adopting healthy lifestyle habits or increased energy, getting better sleep, reduced inflammation, weight management, improved mental clarity, stronger immunity. Well, our program actually goes way beyond that. Now I'm going to share my screen, and this may be the first glitch. We will see. Share with sound. I almost forgot that. Ta-da! Everybody see that? I'm so excited about that. Okay, so let's talk about what happened. Oh wait, nope. Let me get out of it. Sorry, folks. I'm actually on the last slide. I got to go back to the beginning. I told you we'd have a glitch. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about what happens as we age. Now, these are some statistics, and we don't make these things up. You can see all the different organizations that these statistics come from. National Institute of Health, Harvard Health, the CDC, I mean, all these different ones. So, first one, sarcopenia, which is age-related muscle loss, begins as early as in your 30s, and muscle mass declining up to 8% per decade and faster after you hit 60. And by age 40, your metabolism slows down about 5% per decade, making weight management that much harder. And over 60% of adults over 40 have at least one chronic disease, such as heart attack, diabetes, or arthritis. And 1 in 3 adults over 50 get no physical activity at all, increasing the risk of serious health issues. And by age 50, our bone density drops significantly, increasing the risk of fractures, especially in women. And then our sleep quality declines with age, and over 50% of adults over 60 experience sleep disturbances, which can impact your memory, your focus, and your mood. So what becomes harder as we get older? Well, the ability to walk long distances or to climb stairs without pain or getting pooped from it. The energy to travel, play with your grandkids, or pursue hobbies. Normal chores like carrying your groceries in from the car to the house, getting down on the floor to play with your grandkids, getting back up from the floor after you're playing with your grandkids. Or what about just lifting your carry-on up over your head on the airplane? Mental sharpness, as poor nutrition and inactivity contribute to cognitive decline. And enjoying deep and restful, uninterrupted sleep becomes a real challenge. And there are serious health issues we have to deal with. Recovering from illness and surgeries or injury takes much longer. The risk of Alzheimer's and dementia skyrockets, especially with poor diet, inactivity, lack of sleep contributes to this cognitive decline. And as your muscles and muscle strength decreases, your fall risk increases. And falls are the leading cause of injury-related death in adults over 65. And diabetes. Diabetes can lead to blindness, amputations, and organ failure, yet it's largely preventable through lifestyle choices. Heart disease still is the number one killer, with high blood pressure and poor nutrition as major contributors. Breathing can become a struggle as poor fitness and excess weight contributes to reduced lung capacity. And then loss of independence becomes a real concern, as simple tasks like bathing or dressing and driving can become more and more difficult. But there is good news. Most of these issues can be prevented, lessened, or reversed by making small, consistent changes. And that's exactly what the Thrive in 5 program is here to help you do. One of us, every time we do this, at least messes up the name. I don't know why Thrive in 5 is so difficult to say, but it is. That is what the Thrive in 5 program is helping you to do. Help you build a foundation for lifelong strength, energy, and resilience so you can keep enjoying the people and the moments that matter most to you. So, what is Thrive in 5? Thrive in 5 is more than just a health program. It is a mindset shift. It's a powerful 5-week health journey designed to help you build lasting, lifelong habits that'll transform the way you think about health and about aging. You'll learn how to fuel your body with smarter eating, manage your weight with confidence, and optimize your nutrition for sustained energy. But true wellness is not just about food. It's about discipline and consistency and daily choices that add up over time. And that's why our program also helps you develop the mental resilience to stay active, to sleep better, to sharpen your mind, and build a more positive, energized outlook on life. And more importantly, you will gain the tools and strategy to navigate the natural changes that come with aging. So instead of feeling like life is slowing you down, you can take control and keep thriving. It's not about quick fixes. It is about rewiring your mindset, committing to yourself, and making health a non-negotiable priority. So that's why we've created this program. And it all starts with Shackley's new 5-day reset. So here's a brief 1-minute video that introduces that reset, and then Julie is going to explain more of it in detail.
All right, so I'm going to answer 4 questions that you might be thinking of as you are assessing if this program is right for you. So first, why do a reset? Well, life gets busy, and there are times all of us have where our eating gets off track. You know, at some point in time, whether it's holidays, vacations, it may be a life experience, but you may find yourself eating more processed foods, more fast foods. Maybe you want to get back on track. You know, it's after the winter and spring and summer is coming. Maybe you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired and you want to get on a healthy eating track. So where are you right now? Are you feeling sluggish or ready to reset your taste buds and ditch some unhealthy habits? Maybe give your gut a break so it can function better. You may be experiencing some bloating. And are you ready to learn some simple, sustainable changes for long-term wellness? Well, if that is you, you may be ready for a reset. So let's see, how does it work? This program is designed by doctors and nutritionists to hit the reset button on your body. It's designed to boost energy, improve sleep and mood, curb your hunger, and ease bloating with easy to make, high protein, rich fiber, nutrient dense meals, drinks, and supplements for 5 days. It will help balance your body composition, support digestion, and kickstart losing the right kind of weight. Now, there are a lot of resets out there on the market. You've probably either seen a lot of them, you may have experienced many of them. We want to share what makes ours so unique because Shackley knows the right way to reset the whole body. And there are 3 parts that really set us apart from the others. The first part is it's protein powered. So say hello to leucine. If you've never heard of leucine, it's our super powered amino acid. It supports metabolism, helps burn fat, and builds lean muscle, which curbs hunger, reduces cravings, supports positive body composition, and provides steady energy. The second part is essential nourishment. From nutrient-dense foods and beverages, vitamins, minerals, macronutrients, and fiber nourish you so that you are energized and feel good while you're doing the reset. And the third part is restorative balance, where you get better sleep, focus, hydration, and gut support for holistic health. So let's see what is included in the reset. Well, it all starts in a box, and I have a box with me here. If this where I can see it and see me at the same time, is the Shackley 5-day reset. Everything comes in this box. When you open it up, you'll first see your program instructions, which I'm going to go over that in a minute, but you will see 5 individual boxes. Here's day 1, and there are 5 actual boxes in here that has everything you need to take for that day. So there's 11 products in the box. These products are all gluten-free. There are no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or preservatives, and it's a 100% money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. So looking at the program, I love this slogan. It says, "It's not what you'll lose, it's what you'll gain." I think that's an awesome slogan. And it opens up like this, and it shows you in here every product that is in the box. It tells you a little bit about it, and it gives you the amount of protein and all the information that you need to know. It also says that this program provides approximately 750 calories and 65 grams of protein per day. You add up to 450 calories and 40 grams of protein to your latte, oatmeal, shakes, or broths for a total daily intake of 1,200 calories and 105 grams of protein. But do not worry about these numbers because Shackley leaves all the guesswork out. You know exactly what to do. They give you some ideas. They give you some dairy and non-dairy alternatives. They give you fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, nuts, seeds, and butters. And in each one, it's going to tell you how much protein is in there. It also tells you how many calories. So it's really easy for you to just make some few adjustments and add these things to your products to get exactly what you need. So now we're going to look at the products individually. You saw the video, but that went really fast. So maybe I can slow it down a little bit and tell you about each one. So what Shackley did in the program guide is give you a basic view of what your day would look like from day to evening, but you can change that according to your lifestyle, and we work with you to do that. But I'm going to go over it the way Shackley designed it, and then we can talk about the rest later. So they have us starting with a product called Up and Glowing Energy and Collagen Latte. It's a vanilla drink mix to help you rise and shine. And you can mix with your milk of choice. Of course, your non-dairy milk choice can be what you want. That's fine too. All right. And the second item, make sure I do this right, is fiber and protein oats, fruit and nut oatmeal to fuel your day. Now, I added fruit with mine every time. So we give you lots of recipes. It's going to really help you, but there's a place where you can add some fruit. The next product is called Good Gut and Go. It's a pre and probiotic drink. This is a raspberry drink mix to maintain balance and keep things moving along. And we want to keep things moving along. That's important in this program. So you know what that means. It tastes delicious. It's so good. Next is our protein veggie broth. You actually get 2 of these. It's a nourishing, savory soup broth that you customize with veggies and protein. So this is where you're going to get some more lean protein to add in your broth. You're also going to add some veggies, and we have recipes where you can actually puree your soup if you like a creamier soup. So either way, and I enjoy just drinking it. So it's just whatever you like, but it's a great place to add more veggies and protein. The next product is your electrolyte. There's 2 of them here. That looks funny. Electrolyte focus drink. It's blood orange is one, and raspberry melon is the other for hydration and focus. So we're wanting to get a lot of water into our day. And so this is a great way with the electrolytes to make sure that you're getting plenty of water. And I did notice focus. I was really surprised that I really felt like I noticed better focus when I drank the electrolyte drink. So that was kind of cool. The next item here is the Vitally Multi Gummies. This is strawberry multivitamins to fill in your nutrient gaps. And you probably can't see very well, but there's 3 little gummies in there, and they're strawberry flavored. They're very good. This would replace whatever supplement you're using. If you're using a multivitamin, that would replace it for those 5 days. You would have that. Then you have the French Vanilla Plant Life Shake. It's got protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals to keep you full and energized. And this is a meal in a shake. So everything that you need, this is a wonderful, wonderful product. And here you can also add a cup of veggies. You can add fruit. I love frozen fruit in mine. I even use frozen broccoli. For the first time, I put broccoli in my shake, believe it or not, and you don't even taste it. Sounds crazy. I got talked into that. But spinach is great. There's a lot of veggies that you can put in your shake that's really, really good. And then next is the Toffee and Chocolate Crunch Snack Bar, which is powered by leucine. We already know how wonderful that is to help you keep muscle while you lose weight. And this is so yummy. It's my favorite snack bar that Shackley has. I like them all, but that's my favorite. And then the last one is Rest and Rewind Mint Tea. It's an anti-aging, melatonin-free tea to help you sleep and protect your cells. And this definitely works. I took it every night, and it absolutely helped me go to sleep and help me stay asleep. So it's a great product, and it works well. So like I said, Shackley gives you all these products. It's a lot. It's a lot to eat and drink, and you want to take them all. You want to get them in. So depending on your lifestyle, your day, we would help design a program that would work just for you. And so you'll be talking to the person who invited you that will help you design what fits your lifestyle. So what benefits can you expect? This was based on a pilot study including 30 participants, and their cravings for unhealthy food decreased, their clothes fit better, the energy, mood, and focus improved, their digestive health improved, they felt fuller, and they were satisfied after meals, and they had an average of 3.25 pounds lost and 1.25 inches from waist and hips. My results were that the program was simple and easy to follow. I loved the fact that I didn't have to think about what I was going to do. I just planned for the week, and it fit into my schedule. I took things the way I wanted to do them, so it would work for me. I played around because I knew I'd be helping others figure out theirs, and so I played around with it. I had lots of energy. I didn't have any cravings. I felt full. I slept well, and I lost 3 pounds. So I was very pleased with it. Now we are going to watch a 2-minute video on the Shaklee difference, which will share with you who we are and what we are all about.
At Shaklee, we provide a healthier life for everyone and a better life for anyone. We're driven by science, not fads, to create products that are safe for people and the planet. Products that are proven, not just in the lab, but in the real world. Products backed by the strongest guarantee. We can make that guarantee because we're obsessive about quality, conducting over 100,000 quality tests annually to ensure our products are safe.
Before we approve any new botanical ingredient, we screen it for up to 350 pesticide residues.
In addition, we screen for many other contaminants, including heavy metals, residual solvents, evidence of irradiation, and microbial contamination.
It's a lot, but that's what it takes to guarantee our products are safe.
And our products are proven by science and millions of people.
In the landmark study of long-term supplement use, researchers from the University of California at Berkeley showed that people who used Shaklee supplements had markedly better health than those who used no supplements at all. For example, the study found the Shaklee supplement users had improved biomarkers related to heart health, cardiovascular health, cognitive health, and biological stress.
In my nearly 40 years at Shaklee, I've seen everyone from elite athletes training for world-class events, like the Daedalus Project athletes, to astronauts pushing their physical limits and boundaries in space. But the most satisfying is working with the generations of families who use and continue to trust Shaklee products because they're safe and because they work.
We're so confident you'll feel the Shaklee difference. We offer a 100% money-back guarantee. It's that simple. Safe, proven, guaranteed. That's the Shaklee difference.
All right.
It's Shaklee.
Thank you, Julie. Thanks, Dean. What I love also about this 5-day reset is that it is easy and very simple to follow, just like Julie said. I love that all I had to do was to grab a box and bring some fruits and vegetables, and off I went to work. I did not feel hungry at all, and there's very little preparation to do. And just like Julie, I also shed 3 pounds after the 5-day reset, and I lost an inch around my waist after 5 days. So after listening to Dean and Julie, can you picture how you are going to look and feel after 5 days? Well, picture even more how you are going to look and feel after 30 days, because you are in for a treat. So what happens next? After we complete the 5-day reset, we go into the 4-week foundation plan. This is the Thrive part, and we will do this together. The purpose of this is to build sustainable habits for long-term optimum health. We don't just do the reset and go back to our old ways. We thrive. So what are the key products after the reset? Let's talk about the Vitalizer. This is something that my husband and I have been taking for 18 years. It gives us the energy that we need all day long. We hardly get sick, and we have not been on any antibiotics for the past 18 years. So we all know that our soil has been depleted of nutrients, and we cannot get all the vitamins and minerals that our body needs simply from our food. This is why supplementation is very important. So what's in the Vitalizer strip? Each strip has omega-3s and carotenoids to support our brain, heart, and eyes, multivitamins to help us meet our daily nutritional requirements, sustained release vitamins B and C for extra energy and to support our immune system, and probiotics to support our gut. So take a look at all these nutrients in the vitalizer, all packed in one strip. I love this slide. Look at that. Everything all in one Vita strip. So each nutrient is released at the right place at the right time. And this ties up to why I have been thriving for over 18 years. And many of the people here have been thriving for 20, 30, and even 50 years because they have been taking Shaklee this long. So if you want a lot of energy, if you want a great immune system, if you want to feel good from the inside out, well, this is the one for you. When you take the supplements every day for the next 30 days after the reset, you are going to feel wow. I understand that some of us may have issues swallowing tablets. We know that. So we have some options for you as well, and you can talk to the person who invited you here. Now let's move on to the protein. The shake will be our protein-packed breakfast. This will keep us full for 3 to 4 hours or even more. If your goal is to shed more weight, then replace your meals with 2 shakes a day. If your goal is to maintain, then 1 shake a day is good enough and an excellent option. So if you compare the price of a Starbucks breakfast with a big latte and a muffin, you will save at least $5 a day by replacing it instead with the Live Shake. So are you ready to strip and shake? Next slide. Well, now that I've covered the first 3 points, now let's look at accountability and support. Our focus is to support you on this journey. We have established a private Facebook wellness community for 5 weeks. So what would you get from joining? Inside the Facebook group, you will hear success stories and testimonials that will truly inspire you. Together, we will learn and practice healthier habits that perhaps we have not been able to do by ourselves. As a group, we will continue to share recipes, be accountable to each other through our daily check-ins, and we will have weekly 30-minute Zoom calls focusing on different topics. Week 1 is our 5-day reset. Week 2, we will focus on protein and nutrition basics, like what to look for when reading food labels, more recipes and meal preparation. Week 3, we'll focus on metabolism and mindset. Week 4, we focus on hydration and stress management and taking care of our mental and emotional well-being. And week 5, we will talk about sustaining long-term lifestyle habits, exercise, and sleep. So now back to Dean, who will also share his results on the 5-day reset. Dean, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Darlene. We also would, sometimes there are people on the call that have done the 5-day reset, so they may be able to add their own little testimonial to this. But I know for me, it's been quite a year so far because we did the 5-day reset earlier on, so we would know what it was like before we invited people into this program. And then, so I did that, and now we're just finishing up our first big full 5 weeks. And for me, it's been really, literally life-changing, as much as I hate that phrase, but it really has. This year now, I'm down 18 pounds after struggling with weight management for a long time. And besides, the clarity, my sugar cravings are gone, which absolutely blows me away. I have been tracking my glucose because I was diagnosed about 4 or 5 months ago with type 2 diabetes. So I have been tracking that, and I'm at the point now where when I get my blood work next month, I will probably have reversed that type 2 diabetes. So I'm pretty excited about that. So anyway, I think the program works. So, but let's talk about the question that's been in everybody's mind since the beginning of this. What is your investment going to be in your health? Now, the 5-day reset part does stand alone, and it costs $199, and that includes a free membership forever, 15% discount forever, and free shipping on the order. Now, our recommendation, though, is their Reset and Thrive package that Shaklee has put together. That costs $350, which includes The 5-day reset includes the free membership, the free shipping on the order, and that averages out to only about $10 a day for the most comprehensive nutritional program around, along with amazing wellness information that you've already heard about. But for those of you that want to more quickly continue weight management that you started with the Reset and the Reset and Thrive, we recommend our Reset and Thrive Pro. It includes everything that you've seen so far, plus an additional 28 servings of the Life Shake for a 2-shake-a-day plan. And the cost is between $442 and $452, depending on whether you order 2 bags of the 14 serving size or 1 bag of the 28 serving size. And this averages out to less than $13 a day for the entire 35 days of the program. So just to recap that, in week 1, you would be doing the 5-day reset. And then in weeks 2 through 5, the Reset and Thrive part or the Reset and Thrive Pro. So how to get started, Julie?
Okay. So the first thing you want to do is make a decision. So did you like what you heard? Does this sound like a fit for you? You may still have some questions, and we're going to take some time afterwards and let you ask whatever questions you like. And if for some reason we don't answer your questions tonight, we know that the person who invited you will reach out to you and you'll get all your questions answered. Second, you want to choose your package. So these bundles that Dean mentioned are customizable. So we have options for every budget. So please don't let the cost stop you. If you are truly interested in this program, when you do the 5-day reset, you are not going to want to go back. When you've reset your body, you want to keep that going. You either want to maintain where you are or you want to do more. It just depends. But you want to continue to make healthy changes that will last a lifetime. So we will talk with you about your budget, and we do have some options other than the programs that were shown. Maybe you already have one of Shackley's protein shakes or their multivitamin, and that's fine. You can continue to do this program with us. We would just have you order whatever is missing to complete the 5 weeks. So you have choices. Next, we would love for you to order no later than March the 7th, because when the reset first came out, they sold out of a 6-month supply in 2 weeks. So place your order as soon as possible, just in case they sell out again, because we never know. The program starts on March the 17th with the 5-day reset, and it goes through April the 18th, which is 4 more weeks to incorporate these good habits for a healthier lifestyle and a healthier you. Now, you will join the private Facebook group, and this is a great value to you because it's a wellness community where we're going to be with you the entire 5 weeks. It'll be a place that you can go to every day at your convenience to get a lot of value. We want to provide value to you to help you get on this healthy lifestyle track. So I think Darlene had mentioned that you're going to have a checklist for the reset. You'll get a grocery list, recipes, you get a daily tracker for the whole 5 weeks. But we're going to provide a lot of value to go beyond the products to support your healthier lifestyle. So get ready for the new you. Darlene, I think it's Darlene.
I think she's frozen.
She is frozen.
Okay, well, while she thaws out, just remember, if you've got any friends or family members that you think would benefit from knowing about the Thrive and 5 program, we'll be happy to speak with them individually, and we'll be offering this Zoom again on Thursday night. So unfortunately, yes, she's frozen, so we're going to skip ahead to our Q&A section. So that is the presentation that we do.
Thanks, everybody. Does anyone have any questions? One of you or more of you, if you'd like, I'd like you to talk a little bit about the weekly calls that you have, because Ray and I have been on those and they are so welcoming, so engaging, so comfortable for people to follow whatever topic you're talking about that night. And I think that's a real critical part of it too, because they really begin to feel a part of a nurturing group. So which one of you'd like to handle that? Julie, go ahead.
I can. Yeah, we love the calls. They're a lot of fun. Dean and Darlene and I, we get together once a week. We talk about what we're going to talk about. And we just plan each of us to have a part and ask questions. We basically just want to find out, how is everybody doing? You know, we'll have questions that they can answer. We give them time to share how they're feeling, what kind of progress they're having, what obstacles they're having. It's just a great place for them to share questions that they have, any way that we can support them. We just want to let them know that we are there for them. We are there to support them, to see that this is successful for them, because we want it to be successful, and that we can do whatever we can to support them in what they're doing. Dean, you want to
Yeah, and
say?
when we meet ahead of time, we always, like every week, we try to have maybe 4 or 5 different questions than we had the week before, because things are going to change. So we try to just kind of elicit information from people on either the successes that they've had or the challenges that they're having that week, and discuss it. And we do try to make it like we're sitting around Rosanna's fireplace, just nice and comfortable and just chatting with each other. So yeah, that's it. And Barb, I appreciate what you said about it too, because we do enjoy the call a lot, but we feel it's very helpful for people.
Let's see, is Darlene still frozen? She disappeared.
She
Maybe she is.
disappeared. Yeah.
Internet technical difficulties. Anyone else have any questions or comments? Is this the type of thing that you'd like to see happen in your organization, where people were welcomed, they got results, and they could see going beyond just 5 or 7 days in using things? Because what we found is people get great results, whether it's with the 7-day cleanse or the 5-day reset. And when that happens, they think it's, well, okay, now we're done. And so we can get off this stuff now, you know, and then they go back to the regular habits and they get disappointed. And so if we can keep encouraging, which is what this does, it makes a difference. Dean, did you have something?
Well, the 5 weeks is long enough to develop the new habits. And I think that's the critical part of it. And so each week, again, with those calls that we do, we help support people and you know, get them more anxious for the next week to really cement those habits going forward. Yeah, by the 3rd week is when I really noticed, like, the sugar cravings or whatever just starting to diminish and then disappear. But not with the 5-day reset by itself. You know, you get to that and you get to that weekend and it's like, okay, yeah, this was really good. I enjoyed the broth. I enjoyed the oats and all the shakes and everything. But, you know, where's that burger? I mean, you know, it's not enough time to change all the habits. The 5 weeks is.
Anyone else?
Darlene's back.
Sorry, guys.
Good.
There's Darlene.
I think it
You're
wasn't in the middle
unfrozen.
of my part. Thanks for covering for the ending part.
They always cover for each other.
Darlene, do you have any comments you'd like to make about the way people have responded or are responding? Because you're not quite finished with this session first. It's later this week when you're officially finished. And then they're going to start another one in May. But it's just, I mean, it's been fun to see what's happening. Darlene, do you have anything you'd like to chat about for a minute?
Yeah, I mean, excellent results. In fact, I just talked to Tess, and she has been trying to shed some weight, and she's lost over the last 4 weeks 7 pounds, starting with the
Good.
5 day reset and continuing on. And the best part is not just that, it's the joint pains are like almost gone. She feels a lot stronger. So it's allowing her to exercise more, which is what was limiting her before. And so she feels really good, and she's excited to bring in and invite friends and family, when we have another one coming up. So yeah, really, really good results. I also got one new member out of that. So she was invited by her sister. So they did it together. So that was good. That's good. So yeah, really good results. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's like, when people see what's happening to you, they say, you look different, or you're acting different, or you've got more energy than you used to, or you're coping better, those kinds of things. And when they think about it, then it's kind of like when you use the how do you feel sheet with, just getting somebody started in general. It's when you first start, you feel a certain way. And after you've been on these products for a month, then sometimes we forget about how we felt before because we feel so different oftentimes. And when we go down that list, people are noticing that because people watch us and they notice, how are you living in this world, and how are you living when you're around me, or in group situations, or when you have challenges. And somebody mentioned mindset. I mean, that makes such a difference, as all of you know too. When we are putting the proper nutrition in our body, our brain works better. And so we respond differently to situations than we used to before. And it makes a terrific difference in our family life, in our business life, in our social life. And so it's something that is a true gift that we can offer other people. And we've all taken advantage of that gift. But sometimes we don't understand how we can offer that to others so easily too. And there are a variety of ways, but this is just one avenue that might be possible for you and your organization.
I really think it was smart to extend this to 5 weeks because it really cements the habit and it was just a really smart thing to do rather than just the 5 days and in another 4 weeks after that. Really was smart to do this. You guys put together a great program. I'm just really proud of you.
Well, the other thing we want this to do is not just help people get healthier, but this is a good way to grow our business.
Right.
You can invite people in that, are not part of Shackley. That's what we're really doing an outreach for. Or if you have new ambassadors that they do the program, they realize, hey, this thing works. It's a place for them to start inviting people because you know how it is for the new people. They're not quite sure how to invite or what to do or whatever. This gives them a place to invite new people to help their business grow too.
Yeah, and you ups your PV.
Right. We upped our PV, so up yours. Right.
And it's something too where because they have the invitational presentation, which you saw, starting out, people get an idea of what's involved. It's not just, well, join this thing, and it answers a lot of questions up front. And then if they have more, they can talk to whoever invited them to it too, to decide whether it's really a fit for them, because it's not going to be a fit for everybody. But it's a fit for, it's timing, like we always say. It's the timing in your life. And I know I've got somebody who's interested, but there are weddings coming up. And so right now the brain is in a different place. And so, that's true with everybody. Different timing in our life makes a terrific difference, but it offers people options, which sometimes they don't feel they have. Anything else when we wind it up? Rosanna?
You guys can anybody else from other teams like me or somebody in my group join yours, or do you just have people that are your invitees, your people for your businesses to join?
Yeah, pretty much we keep it, our group It's just easier to follow up and to make sure that everybody's doing the same thing. But that's why we wanted to, when Barb asked us to show this, it's like, hey, it's not hard to start your own and do it. And it evolves over time. And just like with a Facebook group, I mean, we settled on, we have a post scheduled at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, noon, 2, 4, and 6 every day. And then there's miscellaneous things that people just jump on and do something. So that way people know they don't have to like be glued to their computer. Oh, when am I supposed to go on the? They know certain times a day there's going to be a new post. They can check it out, see what's available. And I think, Julie, if I'm not mistaken, we've got close to 30 different things in the files section that people can download, different PDFs for different things on there. So it evolves over time. You just kind of add to it and hey, we should add this or we should do this.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
and
thanks,
another, oh, go ahead.
thanks for sharing all of this. This is really easy. It sounds like it's an easy thing, the kind of thing I like to do. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Sure. David, did you have something?
Yeah, Barb, you mentioned weddings coming up. Weddings coming up is a really great opportunity for things like this.
Mhm.
If you can get them started early enough,
Right.
because there are so many people who really want to look their best up there in front of people.
Yes, right. It's the problem with these weddings is that they're right in the middle of the next one that they're doing. And so it's
Well, yeah,
it's
I'm just saying in general.
yeah,
If
you're
they're
right.
Italians
If you
like
catch them a
us,
couple months early, though, catch
if
them a
they're
couple months
Italians
early.
like us, forget it. We're baking cookies for like 3 months before the wedding, and you have to taste them.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, no,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
good idea. It's a good idea before a special occasion. I mean,
Yes.
that really is, David, because people can plan. I mean, it's only the 1 week for sure, and then that 5 leading into your whatever you're doing, your graduation or whatever. I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's good.
Well, back in the old days, back in the 1980s, when I just become a supervisor a long time ago, we did color things. I was doing the color stuff with Navina Christie.
Fashion,
If you
color,
remember
and
any of
image.
that,
That's your color
Barb was in the
image,
class. Yeah, and so I was doing makeovers and makeup and that kind of stuff. Of course, I did theater makeup too as I was younger. But we did wedding parties for that kind of stuff. It was really great.
Yeah. Mhm. Oh,
Yeah.
great idea.
Yeah.
You can add fun things, and a neat thing that they've introduced too over the last, I don't know, however many weeks. They call on people for testimonials, and you do and Darlene is the keeper of the the technology that she puts all this stuff together. But they'll have maybe one person each day, and it might be a written testimony that's put together that just fits onto your Facebook screen when you look at the group. Or it could be something that fits that way too, but it's a live recording of somebody talking about whatever testimonials they've had, just using Shackley products, how they got started, and they only take like what, minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that maximum if they're live. And those I think are really engaging too, because you find out things about people that you didn't know about them before. And it just pulls the group closer together. So that's fun too. Anything else? Okay, well, thanks for being with us tonight. We really appreciate all of you. And we congratulate you for taking time, as someone mentioned earlier too, because this is a Monday night that you could be doing something else. But if you have any questions, you can get a hold of Dean, Darlene, Julie, or Ray and I, and we'd be happy to put you in contact with someone who can answer your questions. Scott didn't tell us, we didn't ask when this is going to be up on opastuff.org, but it may be by the end of the week.
It's usually by the end of the week.
Yeah, you can take a look at it then and see, and you'll see what exactly you were shown. And as far as the slides and those things, and as they mentioned, please do not, if you decide to do this yourself, don't call it Five and Thrive because they'd like to keep that theirs. But otherwise, so pleased that you were able to be here. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll see you again next month. Thank you.
And when you choose your name, try to pick something easier to say than Thrive in 5.
Happy Easter and happy Passover.
Yes.
Happy
Happy
Easter.
Easter.
See you in Chicago.
See you in Chicago, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
All right.
absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.